Hello everyone, my name is Arya Ajay Kursarkar and I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I am also a fourth year BLLB student from GR Kare College of Law, Margao, Goa. Today I am going to be talking on the topic of representative suit, and the purpose of making this video is to tell the essentials and the credentials of a representative suit under CPC or the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. So, a representative suit, according to Order 1, Rule 8 of the Code of Civil Procedure, provides that one person may sue or defend on behalf of all in same interest, where there are numerous persons having the same interest in one suit. One or more of such persons may, with the permission of the court, sue or be sued, or may defend such suit on behalf of or for the benefit of all persons so interested. The court may direct that one or more of such persons may sue or be sued and may defend such suit on behalf of or for the benefit of all persons so interested. The court shall, in every case where a permission or direction is given under Sub-Rule 1, at the plaintiff's expense, give notice of the institution of the suit to all persons so interested, either by personal service or whereby reason of the number of persons or any other cause, such service is not reasonably practicable by public advertisement as the court in each case may direct. Any person on whose behalf or for whose benefit a suit is instituted or defended under Sub-Rule 1 may apply to the court to be made a party to such suit. No part of the claim in any such suit shall be abandoned under Sub-Rule, and no such suit shall be withdrawn under Sub-Rule 3 of Rule 1 of Order XX111, and no agreement, compromise, or satisfaction shall be recorded in any such suit under Rule 3 of the order, unless the court has given at the plaintiff's expense notice to all persons so interested in the manner prescribed in Sub-Rule 2. Where any person suing or defending any such suit does not proceed with due diligence in the suit or defense, the court may substitute in his place any other person having the same interest in the suit. A decree passed in a suit under the rule shall be binding on all persons on whose behalf or for whose benefit the suit is instituted or defended, as the case may be. So the explanation is that for the purpose of determining whether the persons who sue or are sued or defend have the same interest in one suit, it is not necessary to establish that such persons have the same cause of action as the persons on whose behalf or for whose benefit they sue or are sued or defend the suit, as the case may be. Essentials of representative suit. Following the essentials of representative suit, the parties must be numerous. They must have the same interest in the suit. Example: sued by a member of community on behalf of the community, sued by a member of secretary of the club of association. Umdeo versus Board of Revenue. The court's permission for filing a representative suit must be obtained either at the institution of the suit or afterwards. Notice to the parties whom it is pronounced to represent the mandatory. Munni Devi versus Satgur Dayal. The Supreme Court has held that where a person seeks to institute a suit in a representative capacity, there is nothing in Order 1, Rule 8, which requires him that he must establish that he obtained sanction of a person interested on whose behalf the suit is proposed to be instituted. State of Andhra Pradesh versus G. Surjanarayan. For a representative suit, it must be shown that all the members of the alleged class have a common interest, that all have a common grievance, and that the relief in its nature is beneficial to them all. The fact that the relief claimed would also benefit persons other than the plaintiffs would not make it representative suit. Mohan versus Ram Prasad. The principle of representative suit is to prevent a defendant from being vexed and molested by similar suits or by other persons of particular body. Order 1, Rule 8 is in the public interest so as to avoid multiplicity of litigation. The condition necessary for its application is that the persons on whose behalf the suit is brought must have the same interest, that is, either the interest must be common or they must have a common grievance. The object is really to facilitate the decision of questions in which a large number of persons are interested without recourse to the ordinary procedure. There are no words in the rule to limit its scope. It must receive an interpretation which will serve its objective. Chairman, Tamil Nadu Housing Board versus T.N. Ganpati. The essential conditions for the application of Order 1, Rule 8, is that the parties must be numerous and there must be community of interest between them. That is to say, they must be persons having the same interest in the suit. In order that a suit must be brought in a representative capacity, the body of the persons represented by the plaintiff must be sufficiently definite for the court to recognize as participants in the suit. So please do like, share, subscribe and comment on my video, and do like and subscribe my channel Next Click, and make sure to press the bell icon to get notifications when we post a video. Also please give a feedback on this video and previous videos which you can see on this YouTube channel. Also, if you have any questions related to this video or any previous videos, please post it in the comment section below. I will reply as soon as possible. Lastly, this video doesn't solicit any type of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of making this video is for educational purposes only. Thank you.